Welcome to the Shaun Show. I'm Shaun. Oh, I'm tired. I'm tired. Why am I tired? I'll tell you why. I'm so tired of always hearing about how Roman Reigns is not the guy. Roman Reigns is the guy, and I'm going to show you here today on the Shaun Show. So, if you click this button, watch the show, subscribe, like, all of that, I promise you'll be entertained. You ready? Let's go. Welcome to the Shaun Show. I am Shaun, and today we're going to talk about Roman Reigns. Now listen, Roman Reigns is a guy that, before he was anointed as the guy, people loved him. I mean, he had that run in the, I forgot what Rumble it is. People who, are stats fanatics don't know, but he had that Rumble where he came out and he eliminated, did he have the record? I think he had the record for most Rumble eliminations or something like that, or close to it, or something like that. I don't really know 100% what record that he had, but I know he threw out a lot of people, and people actually wanted him to win that year. And then, the Daniel Bryan thing happened and everything went to hell. Right, the Yes movement happened, everything went to hell, and then we started using some of that as fodder in the storyline. Like, well, you've been selected, I've been built, stuff like that. But the actuality of the situation is that Roman Reigns 100% is the guy. Now, how do we make Roman Reigns interesting? It's very interesting how we make Roman Reigns interesting. What we do is, number one, this is first and foremost. Number one, we take Roman Reigns and we put him in a situation that is not with Baron Corbin. I don't know why we're putting Baron Corbin with Reigns. Maybe they feel that Corbin is such a hated, like real life, like get away from me, like type heat, like stop, please, heat, right? That maybe they feel that if they had Roman Reigns, in a situation against him and he beats him, then that gives him more, credibility and face heat. Maybe they felt that, Baron Corbin being with Roman Reigns will help, I don't know, develop Roman Reigns' mean streak or something. Maybe, I don't know what they thought, but this is a storyline that has been going on way too long. It's just not good. The last feud with Baron Corbin was Shorty G, for God's sakes. Like, come on, man. So, really, we got to get him away from Baron Corbin. Like, and then before that, we had another horrible storyline with Roman Reigns where it was a whodunit, and I saw red hair, and it was another stupid thing, and they really used that to try to elevate, what's the guy's name with the bag? Eric Rowan. I was gonna say Luke Harper. Eric Rowan is late when I'm taping this, by the way. So Eric Rowan, right? So the whole thing with Eric Rowan and Roman Reigns, I mean, they really try to push Eric Rowan, and they brought Luke Harper in, and it actually helped. But all that steam and momentum that they were building, like the very next week, like I think Luke Harper and Eric Rowan like put Roman Reigns to a table on SmackDown on USA Network, and then the next week it's like lights, camera, action. Here's The Rock, here's like this new set, here's Fox and all that, and it's like he got lost in the shuffle. Like they weren't going to push this guy Eric Rowan anymore. So that would have possibly been something that was a good feud for Roman Reigns, because I think Eric Rowan was actually getting over a little bit, despite how the whole thing started. So ultimately, we got to put him in storylines that matter. Now we're on SmackDown, right? So what can we do on SmackDown to put him on something interesting? Put him in an interesting feud. And we can't put him against The Fiend yet. I mean, I think the match against him and The Fiend at WrestleMania, I think that's a pretty good money match. But I don't know what we can, they're so short on stars. Maybe I would say put him in a program with Sheamus, but Sheamus is just coming back, and Sheamus needs that that good vibe, from from being laid off for so long. Like, he needs to come in and raise hell and stuff. And by the time you're watching this, he might have already done that. But Sheamus would have been a good option. But I'm just really thinking of the SmackDown roster, like who you can put him in a feud with. Comment down below if you have any ideas of who you can put Roman Reigns in a feud with, because I'm drawing a blank right now. But I think he needs a good long feud with somebody that has some name recognition, that he can have a series of matches with, and then push him into the main event. It has to be a good storyline. It has to be a reason why both of these people are pissed off at each other. These are the things that have to happen in order for Roman Reigns to be over. So put him, number one, I'm going to break it down to 3 things. Number 1, put him in a storyline that matters, right? Number 2, put him in a long storyline that matters, right? Number 3, have him win. And when I have him win, I have him win in a different type of fashion. Not just, you know, I'm like, if we're preparing him for the Fiend, like, we have to have a mean streak come out this guy. Like how he beat up not Baron Corbin, I'm sorry, Robert Roode, and he threw Robert Roode into the table and stuff like that. We need to see more of that type of stuff. Have him beat the crap out of him and chairs and all of that, and just really show an aggressive mean streak, and have that streak get ready to face the Fiend. And I think that's the way that you build Roman Reigns. But he's just, it's not him anymore because he was sick. People got behind him. He was kind of a sympathetic character because of that. It kind of was a reboot of who he is. He's a brand new, fresh character now in a way, and a brand new, fresh start. Put him in something that's going to matter. Put him in something that's going to matter, then get him ready for the Fiend. Now the question is, will I have the Fiend or Roman Reigns go over? I would have to give it to the Fiend, because I want to see the big money match at SummerSlam 2020 next year. I want to see the Fiend against Brock Lesnar. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed today's show. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you here next time here on the what? I thought you said Shaun Show. See you later.